Hello everybody, this is Angel Arts, and I am very excited to finally announce the finalists for my upcoming tabletop campaign, my upcoming Pokemon tabletop campaign. For those of you who didn't know, I ran some auditions over the last month, asking people to submit. This is going to be my fourth campaign. Yes, my fourth campaign that I'm doing on my channel, other than my 2 seasons of Dragon Age campaign and 1 season of Mass Effect. This particular campaign, you guys, the viewers, voted out of a possible 5, and Pokemon was the one that was chosen. So before I make my announcements on who the top 10 finalists are, all of you who auditioned, there were 20 of you total. Thank you guys so much. I had such a great time looking through all of your auditions. You guys had such great ideas. I really, really admire your creativity, your passion, and your courage. It's hard to put yourself out there. It really is super challenging and super hard to make a video of yourself, put it out in public for other people to see and comment on. I mean, just that part of itself can be nerve-wracking, much less having people actually watching and commenting on it. So mad kudos for all of you who, took the time and took the effort to make these auditions and put yourself out there. That is extremely admirable. If I could, I'm being totally serious. If I could, I would put all of you in the campaign. I would have been greatly happy to play with any of you, regardless of what your experience level is like, regardless of whether or not English is your native language. It didn't matter. I liked every single one of you. I would have played with every single one of you. But the reality is, I can't put all of you into a campaign, obviously. Believe me, I tried doing that once with Mass Effect, and I told myself I'm never going to do anything like that ever again, because it's just way too much of a strain on me. But if you didn't get chosen into the final 10, please do not let that discourage you. Please do not think that it's because you had a bad audition, or because I didn't want to play with you, or I didn't think that your character was a good character. It's not that. It's just I have to draw the line somewhere, because at some point I have to make a final decision. I have to decide who is going to be ultimately in the campaign, and to make it easier on myself, I have to pick a number of finalists. In this case, it's 10, and stick with that number, because that will make it a lot easier later on with the very difficult decision of choosing who's in the final roster. So just so people are aware of what will be happening moving forward with the finalists, over the next several days, I'll be releasing interview videos of each of the finalists, and you guys, the viewers, can watch and try to help me make a decision towards who is going to end up being in the campaign. I am going to have the final say. This is not a poll. This is not a voting, and whoever gets the highest, top votes are going to be in the game. It will be me making the decision. However, I want feedback from you guys. I want you to provide feedback in order to help me make the final decision. So as you are watching each of these videos, I ask that you guys please feel free to comment on the videos and give feedback on their interviews. And what I'm going to say is that you are definitely welcome to provide constructive criticism, and it has to be constructive if you're providing criticism. But if you are going to be providing constructive criticism, then you must include in your comment something positive, something good that the person did well. So if I find that you are providing constructive criticism, no matter how valid or good constructive criticism it is, if you didn't also pair that with something really good that the person did well, I will delete your comment. The other thing that you can do to help me come up with a decision is, if you are watching these interviews and you see someone and you're like, oh, that person absolutely, positively needs to be in that campaign, then you can give them a like, you can give them a thumbs up. What I highly, highly recommend is that you wait until all of the videos, all of the interview videos are up before you start putting likes up. The reason why I say that is because it'd be great for you to figure out what the benchmark is, have a chance to see everybody so you can decide, okay, this is the standard that I'm going to use to determine whether or not I'm going to end up putting a thumbs up on this person. That's just my suggestion. Do not waste your time doing any dislikes or thumbs down. Don't waste your time, because I am ignoring those completely if there are any. They will have absolutely no bearing on my final decision. It's not going to do anything, so don't waste your time. And again, this is not meant to, these likes or thumbs up are not meant to be votes. They are just meant to provide some extra feedback for me, an extra variable for me when I am coming up with a decision. So even if a person gets the most likes, that does not automatically mean that they're going to end up in the campaign, but it is something that I would have to pay attention to. It's definitely something that I need to take in serious consideration. And just also for you guys to know, behind the scenes, the other factor, the other variable that I'm going to use in making my final decision is that once all of these finalists are released, I am going to ask each finalist individually if it was up to them and they got into that campaign and they would be able to choose 3 other people to play in the game with them, which 3 other finalists would they want in their team, and that is going to be another major deciding factor of who will get into the campaign. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Here are your top 10 finalists for the upcoming Pokemon Tabletop campaign. Alex, Mark, Ella, Devin, Shay, Roma, Mikal, Petra, Riz, and Jeff. Congratulations to you 10, and again, huge, huge, huge thank you and appreciation to everyone who auditioned for this campaign. The next several weeks is going to be painful for me, but hopefully it'll be a fun experience for you to watch all of the other candidates. So I'll be in touch, guys. Looking forward to seeing all the comments that you're going to be putting, and all of the support that you're going to give to each of the different candidates as we go and move through this selection process. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other.